I am 50 and I'm a gay male, and my name is Doug. And my experience with religion and my relationship to being gay.
That we come from the mid 20th century. The thinking was that, we were all kind of born into religion of some kind. I mean, there were very few people that I ever knew as kids or anything that were not Catholic or something. So everything we did was kind of, even though my parents weren't, quote, religious people and they didn't use it as a tool or anything like that, you went to Boy Scouts through the church camp, you went to summer camp through the church camp. So there were little ways that were filtering down, as I think of it when I was a kid, that were pouring in messages, and then right around that time finding out you're gay, or you think, well, I like men, and then you kind of put the two together, and I told my mother when I spoke to her, when I found out I was gay when I was 12, I was never going to tell anybody or say anything to anybody because of, when I think about it now, it's pretty much because of religion.
As I got older, I think that I became more fearful of it because it just wasn't something that homosexuality was included in. A friend of mine, a lover who passed away, the robes and the paintings and things like that, and he believed in religion. And so like a week before he died, he had me go to the church and pick out all these different religious cards, like the John and different saints and all this stuff, and put them on the wall of the hospital. And for some reason that scared me a little bit, because he was going someplace that I wasn't going. I was younger and I went to a therapist, and my parents had sent me to some therapist, and the therapist...
So now why did they send you to a therapist?
Because I was gay.
So they had a problem with you being gay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was 17. They thought that, maybe it was a phase. I have no idea. I mean, that was like 1976, so the attitude was a lot different. There was a lot of confusion. So they sent me to some place. They didn't know that this place was like, I forgot what it was called. It was some religious counseling center. And I went there and I was talking and, crying and telling him my story. And he stopped me in the middle and said, I can't help you. And I said, why? And he said, because you're homosexual. And he started saying the different verses of something in the Bible, and I just got up and walked out. And I remember going to the bus stop and crying at the bus stop, trying to pull myself to, and thinking, God, I couldn't even turn to religion, to help for whatever needs that I needed for my mental health and all that. My second lover was raised with, I don't know what the religion's called, but it was with snakes. He was from West Virginia, and I don't know what that is.
Pentecostal.
Pentecostal, maybe. Very, very religious. And 2 weeks before he passed away, his brother called and said he was going to hell. That was the last thing he told his brother who was dying of AIDS. And so, that kind of affected me too. I mean, I was like, well, and you kind of think, well, why do I even want to believe in anything like Sarah Palin and that kind of thing, who, I don't know, they're using religion as a tool, a political tool. And I think, I would say to people who are young and gay and want to be religious, definitely do that. Belong to whatever religion you want. But religion can hurt. I mean, some religions still aren't openly accepting gay people, and I think if they find out you're gay, they'll denounce you or whatever. But of course there's a lot of places like MCC and the Catholic Dignity and things like that.